Are there any reports in Sumner's letters after the assassination of Lincoln? Does he
So
think, the whole abolitionist movement is maybe jeopardized because of that?
Sumner is enjoying wine with another senator the night of Lincoln's assassination. A Treasury Department clerk comes in, frantically tells them that the president has been shot. They don't quite believe him. They first stop by the home of William Seward because they heard that Seward had also been hurt. And they find out that Seward, who was Secretary of State, indeed was stabbed that same night. So then they're panicking. They make sure Seward is alive, and then they rush to the White House. When Sumner gets to the White House, it turns out Robert Todd Lincoln had no idea. And then they're wondering, where's Lincoln? They learn that was at the Ford's Theater. And so then they take Robert Todd Lincoln with them. This is Lincoln's son.
Hmm.
And they go to Ford's Theater. They cross the street where Lincoln is at the home of a random person where he is on a sick bed, dying. When they go inside, and at this time, as context, Sumner and Lincoln fight all the time. They're constantly tussling. But what's remarkable for both men is they never stop fighting. They didn't get to a point where they stopped talking to each other. They're constantly debating the Emancipation Proclamation, this legal strategy, this wartime strategy, etc. The US Surgeon General is outside and said no one is allowed in. But he said, but you're a senator, so I can't stop you if you really want to go in. And Sumner just kind of shoves him aside and screams, I will go in. And he barges in. He goes straight into the room. He grabs Lincoln's hand. He starts talking to Lincoln. And the doctors say it's not going to help, Lincoln's dead. And he's saying, no, but he's breathing. Sumner stays at Lincoln's bedside until 7 in the morning. He holds his hand the entire time. There's like 20, 30 men in this room. And it's Charles Sumner is the man who is holding Lincoln's hand.
Hmm.
Later, Robert Todd Lincoln and Mary Lincoln come and they hold on to Sumner while Sumner holds Lincoln's hand. And the moment Lincoln dies in the morning, and Sumner has been sobbing all night like a woman, according to one quote, he walks outside. There's a crowd of people. They ask him what happened to Lincoln, which suggests that Sumner was probably the first to leave after Lincoln's death. He shakes his head to signal that Lincoln is gone. He goes home. A servant has prepared his breakfast, and he slumps over the breakfast table. And there's people who are visiting him now to make sure he's alive, because no one knew what happened that night, who had been killed.
Right.
When one person comes in, relieved to know that Sumner's alive, and asks him, what's going to happen to America now that Lincoln has been shot? Is the Confederacy going to be reborn? Is the South going to take over Washington? And Sumner insists that no, things are going to be okay. And the person's like, well, Lincoln's been shot. And Sumner responds, quote, our leaders are gone, but the Republic remains.
Hmm.